Ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. Inside this package, we have what is supposed to be an iPad 2nd gen running iOS 4. Whether or not that's the case, we're about to find out. Let's get this thing opened up and see what's inside. And here we go. This is the iPad. It is a black 32 gig model, as you can see there, Wi-Fi only. Appears to be in good condition. A little scratch there. That corner looks good. Looks good up here. A little dents there on the edge. The display appears to be in great condition. Let's see if it's on, and it is. 4% battery. Let's see if we can make a video with that. We have slide to unlock. This is definitely the old style iOS, and we're met with iOS 4. You can tell right away because it has iPod instead of music. Let's go inside of settings, and we're going to see just which version we have. Of course, this is a 32 gigabyte model, and we're on version 4.3.5. So one of the later, if not the latest version of iOS 4. And I'm not expecting anything with an iCloud, and we don't have that either. So very nice to see. Let's clean up the display and see just how good of condition it's in. And it looks to be basically flawless. I'm not seeing any damage. The only thing that is catching my eye is up here. There's like a little piece of it's either the plastic bezel or the rubber that goes around that is kind of sticking up there. As you can see, we have a few marks there, and oh, that's actually a pretty significant dent that I missed the first go around in that corner. Other than that, it's in good condition, and iOS 4 is always a treat on an iPad 2nd gen. This is the only dual core iPad or iOS device that received the iOS 4 update. It launched alongside the iPhone 4, which of course has a single core A4 chip, and this dual core A5, which came with the iPhone 4S, was actually introduced earlier that year with the iPad 2nd gen. So let's get on the Wi-Fi, see if we can connect to the the iTunes Store and the App Store. And then we'll even see if we can get some websites to load on Safari. Hopefully, we have enough battery for that. We are at just 4% there. First, we're going to try the App Store. While that loads, I think I'm going to get a 30-pin cable, plug this iPad in. That way it won't die. So it looks like the date and time is incorrect. I didn't even notice that. But the iPad says it is 8:30 a.m. The iPad is saying it's 1970. Certainly not the case. All right, that should be the correct date and time. We're going to try the App Store again. Not available. Interesting. This was working just a week ago. Okay, maybe the App Store is not working. We'll try the iTunes Store. And that does not appear to be working either. Interesting. I am noticing a bright spot here right there in the display. That's unfortunate. That's probably the biggest flaw we have in this device. And I think the iTunes Store and the App Store, for whatever reason, are not working here on iOS 4. If someone else has an iOS 4 device that they would be willing to test and let us know in the comments, please do so. Safari is working, and we are able to search for Google. Let's see if Google Maps will load. Doesn't seem like it is. But we can talk about the iPad a little bit. Of course, we've got the lovely app switcher down here at the bottom, as well as volume and brightness controls. It's the very early version of the control center that we got in iOS 7 and has since been updated. There is no notification center in iOS 4. That was introduced in iOS 5. There's also no iMessage. You will not see a Messages app on the home screen, although you do get the FaceTime app, which you can sign in with. We have YouTube, which has not worked for many years, although I believe there is a fix if you jailbreak the iPad. So this is a pretty basic device. There's not a whole lot you can do here. You did get cameras for the first time on an iPad with the iPad 2nd gen. Take a picture of the AirPods over, well, let's see, I don't know what I'll get to show up. I'll put a mouse right here. Take a picture of that, just like so. Really bad quality on that camera. It's not even a full megapixel. It's the same one they had on the iPod Touch 4th gen. Game Center was introduced in iOS 4, allowed you to track your stats in various apps and games and compete with other friends. Of course, it's making me sign in if we want to try that. But pretty cool animation there as we see some different apps populate onto the display. Of course, we had music in the iPod app. We have videos, notes, contacts, calendar, Safari and Mail, iTunes and App Store, all your pretty standard stuff. We do have Photo Booth, which allows you to take different photos with different like filters on it. This was also on the Apple computers, starting way back in maybe Snow Leopard. I'm not even sure what version that came out in. All right, that's been a look at this 2nd gen iPad on iOS 4.3.5. Take a look at these wallpapers before we go. I don't think we have ever picked this blue one. It's kind of an out of focus. I'm not sure what this is of, but it looks kind of neat. It draws the attention to the applications on the home screen, and it would highlight any notifications you received on the lock screen as well. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I look forward to seeing you in another one. Thanks for watching.